Hello, there's a pretty cool format out right now on MTGO. It's a Omniscience event. It comes with a pre-made deck, and I find it pretty fun, so I figured I would play a few games, record them, and put them up on YouTube and show you what it's all about. So, this format's very storm-centric, and this hand allows us to draw a good amount of cards for free. Well, mostly everything's for free. The feed costs for flashback isn't affected by, or the aftermath isn't affected by Omniscience. Um, but right now, uh, this draws us essentially one card, and this draws us essentially two cards because we have two creatures with power 3 or greater, and this draws us three cards. So I think we're going to save that till last, though. So, or at the very least, we're going to play this before Rowdy Crew, because we don't really want to discard this, drawing us three cards. Oh, they end the turn. Okay, that's interesting. So Mouth gets exiled, because if any spells are on the stack when the turn is ended, then they get exiled. And they just have a bunch of dorky creatures, which aren't really going to do a whole lot, except for if they have Paradoxical Outcome. Paradoxical Outcome is one of the really good storm type cards in this deck. There's a couple creatures at the very least that get back instants or sorceries from your graveyard when they enter the battlefield, and those plus Paradoxical Outcome end up being a essentially an infinite combo. You get to draw infinite cards and keep getting back the Paradoxical Outcome. Alright, so we're going to start out with Dusk Legion Zealot. Soul Salvage, that might be good. Do I want to play Sorin before I play Rowdy Crew? I think the answer is no. We're just going to run out the Rowdy Crew, because none of the cards in my hand are particularly strong, so I don't really mind discarding these, especially this one. It doesn't really do a whole lot. Here, we're going to Mind Rot them, see what they have in our hand. This life loss doesn't matter too much, and they had, that's a good one to get rid of. Soul Salvage doesn't do anything right now. Neither does Chandra's Outrage or Chilling Trap. We do not control a wizard, so we're just going to pass the turn and then hopefully combo them out next turn. We only get 2 card draws out of it, but in this format, that more often than not can just be enough to win the game. We're going to pressure point the Pestilent Spirit before attacks, just so that, you know, we're probably going to tap it down as a blocker so we can get in more damage with Wild Size next turn, but I wouldn't mind. We could also double block and then Soul Salvage these two creatures to give us more combo potential. This Treacherous Blessing, unfortunately, might end up being, this taps a creature, not a permanent. Might end up being somewhat of an issue. Okay, so they just have an Umara Mystic, which isn't the worst thing in the world. So, are we winning through damage? I don't think so. So, I'm going to let them attack with the Pestilent Spirit, or the Spined Megalodon, honestly. We'll just double block it and then use Soul Salvage to get back these 2 cards. And I don't think there's a huge difference between taking 5 and 3 here, so here, let's see. So we have 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can we kill this? So 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, no. So we're just gonna block like this. Let them kill both of them so that our Soul Salvage does something. We're going to take 5, and hopefully we can kill them in 11 spells. or find a way to get rid of this. Alright, go to my turn. F3S isn't particularly exciting. We're going to get back these two. Start off with the Dust Legion Zealot. Ooh, that's a good one. So we're going to Blood Divination it. Corpse Knight. That helps. So this gains us 2 life. Oh, it doesn't actually gain us life. Interesting. At this point, we might just be dead. I'm going to start off with casting a Rowdy Crew. And unfortunately, we haven't hit very many good cards. I'll start off with a... Can we kill them next turn? If we chump with the Reflection, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 10, 11. I think that's worth going for. There's a decent chance we end up drawing a spell that does 4 damage to something. So we'll just pass here. Turns out we probably should have chumped the, or double chumped the spined Megalodon. Alright, they've got nothing, which is nice. 1 damage to any target helps. That essentially does 2. So we're gonna start with a wild size on this guy. Do we have anything that gains us life? We do, but it's not quite enough. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now we're 1 short. If we had 1 more life, then we could get back Soren. 4 damage to any target. Yeah, so I think we're dead here, unfortunately. They just don't have enough life to actually win the game, but we were very close to doing so. I thought this Corpse Knight gained us life. Unfortunately, it does not. So we can put them to 2, but 2 isn't 0, and we'll just cast this and kill ourselves. Very close to winning, but our Treacherous Blessing just did 15 damage to us, which, you know, is kind of expected in this type of format. But on to the next one. Right, you're here for the next one, and we have a Deliberate and a Mouth to Feed, so we're going to keep this. We're on the draw, which is honestly in this format probably best, unless your opponent has exactly Mind Rot. Royal Mages is actually really good. It's not as good as the other ones like that because you can only do it once per turn, but it is still quite good. And we draw Fire Song and Sunspeaker. That'll make Mouth to Feed a bit better. So we're gonna start off with a Deliberate. Ooh, those are good ones. Alright, we'll keep the heart. We'll draw the Heartwarming Redemption. So we're gonna cast Mouth, cast Fire Song and Sunspeaker. Cast Feed to draw 2. Cast Aetherflux Reservoir. Cast Heartwarming Redemption. And if they have counter magic, then we'll counter right back. Yeah, we'll disallow that. It denies them a card draw, and it gains us some more life. We gain. Oh wow, that's Fire Song and Sunspeaker is actually fantastic with the reservoir. And we're going to cast this just to gain life, and then nug them for 50. And there you go. Omniscience. Alright, so this hand is interesting. We're on the draw. Approach of the Second Suns is a fantastic win condition. It's very easy to draw 7 cards in this format, but Torbrand and Umara Mystic don't do much at all. I think we're going to keep it. This is going to be an interesting hand. They kept their 3. We're on the draw. So if we draw any card draw, so for example, Deliberate. Okay, they mulligan to 2. That's good for us. Deliberate draws us 3 closer to Approach of the Second Suns. And the Torbrand and the Umara Mystic are going to do a non-zero amount of damage. I mean, ooh, that's a really good one too, especially with Approach of the Second Suns. So we're going to start out with Torbrand, Umara Mystic, Approach. We might be able to get a turn 1 win here. Mill 4, they mill 4. We're going to get back Warlord's Fury and these 2. Use this to draw a card. And I think we win. Draw a card. Turn Torbrand to our hand, and then we can cast Approach of the Second Suns. Yeah, that Bond of Insight was a fantastic draw there, but it really shows the power of Omniscience and Approach of the Second Sun. Oh, I like this a lot. So, this is infinite, which is great. I think we have a turn 1 win here, unless they have exactly... if they have a board wipe, then we don't win, but then we can just recollect back a Shipwreck Dowser to do this all again. This is essentially Splinter Twin, so do that, play Mythos on it, get back Mythos, play Mythos, get back Mythos, play Mythos. It's kind of annoying that they milled us, because now we can't just do this forever without having to pick our spell back. I'll do this again. And one more time for good measure. We'll end the turn with our Recollect and our Mythos in hand. I guess they're technically not dead if they... do they have a card draw spell? Or are they just dead so? They have Doomfall, which doesn't do anything. Oh, it exiles the card. Okay, so Recollect will be decent. So we'll play Spite Dragon, Recollect. I think they're still probably dead because of prowess. Kill the Gutter Snipe. Do a bunch of prowess things. Hit them for 1 million. Cool. Omniscience. Alright, we're doing it again because I think it's fun. I think this hand is good. It has Tolerant, and it has ways to protect Tolerant. It has other card draw spells. We're on the play, and Tolerant can win the game by himself, just creating an absolutely obscene amount of 2/2s. So long as they don't counter Tolerant, I think this hand is quite good. They do counter the Tolerant. Okay, they let it resolve. So I think we're in the clear because we have Keep Safe to protect it, and Bright Reprisal if they end up getting a creature that can attack, which is what most decks end up doing, or most hands end up doing. Everybody's obviously playing the same deck, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully they just burn Tolerant here and we can Keep Safe it. Oh, okay, that's actually quite good. Lets them copy an instant or it lets them draw a card once every turn. But yeah, we'll Keep Safe that. Gives us a card draw and a 2/2 and prevents them from drawing a card. I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't think there's a way to put a stop on the damage step. Otherwise, I would attack with the 2/2 Drake and approach at the Second Sons. Okay, now I think that's a good reason to Bright Reprisal a 2/2 Drake after I attack with it. So that's a good one. We'll do 2 to each of those. I imagine they probably want to counter this because the League Guild Mage is a very good card. Heroic Intervention. Okay, that makes sense. So we still do 2 to them. Seems like they still could have a response, but I am just going to run out the Approach of the Second Sons. If they don't have a counterspell for this, then we're going to be in great shape. Puts them on a very definite clock. They do. Just end of the turn. That was a good one for them. Maybe, I guess we should have attacked first, but I kind of wanted to do that to be able to draw a card. This League Guild Mage is going to end up being a problem. The fact that Approach of the Second Sons is actually exiled is definitely relevant because there are multiple creatures that get back. Oh wow, that was a really good one too. Drawing hot. There are multiple creatures that get back. It doesn't do anything, unfortunately. Multiple creatures that get back instants or sorceries from the graveyard, and this just says the second time you cast it, so this doesn't need to resolve for you to be able to do it the second time. Ooh. Alright, yeah, Bright Reprisal, the Sprite Dragon, that thing can get out of hand. Yeah, they sacrifice some clues, which makes sense. There's some foods. Foods really don't do anything in this format other than gaining a couple life. But gaining 9 life for free definitely isn't the worst deal either. Ooh, Metallurgic Summonings is actually very good. Instant or sorcery spell. Okay, so start out with the Fiery Emancipation, see if they have any sort of interaction to that. Unfortunately, we can't exile Metallurgic Summons to get rid of everything, because we don't actually have access to double blue, and it's not particularly good to be able to do that anyway. Sea God's Scorn might be fine at some point. I believe it's a 6 CMC card. Really wish it would. Okay, yeah, it's a 6 CMC card. I guess you right click to see it. So it'd give us a 6/6, which would give us a two-turn clock. It's definitely something to keep in mind. Much better with Crackling Drake, though. Okay, they have Soul Seer. We have Gravedigger. Get back the Crackling Drake. That's a pretty good draw. Cast the Crackling Drake again. That's not a very good one. So we're going to Sea God Scorn those two, get a 6/6, play a Crackling Drake, draw another card, play a Garruk, plus him, play the Megalodon, play the Gravedigger, and we'll keep the Tolerant in hand. They're just dead next turn if they don't have any sort of board wipe. Even if they have like Storm's Wrath that does 4 damage to everything, they kill those two, they're still dead off of just Spined Megalodon and the Construct, because this triples my damage. Okay, that doesn't really do it. And we have an opt, so we're just gonna get in there. Yeah, I like Rebuttal. Can't say no to a card that draws you, but no, we're just gonna do 50 damage to them and end the game. I think we're gonna play one more after this. Alright, I think this hand is somewhat keepable. We've got a Rowdy Crew and an Acquisitions Esper, and Inescapable Blaze can be good. Actually, we're gonna mulligan this. We can probably do better. We're gonna mulligan this too. And I guess we'll keep this, getting rid of the Chainer's Torment. This isn't doing a whole lot. Dragon Spray Dragon, that's pretty good. Aggressive Urge that. Ooh, Murmuring Mystic, that's a pretty good one. We'll kick her to get back the Aggressive Urge. Draw another card and get in with some more damage with the Sprite Dragon. Make another 1/1. Ooh, Defiant Strike. We're doing it. Hit for 7. We've got a pretty decent amount on the backswing. If we draw an instant or sorcery spell that we can copy, then this Narumeha is going to be really good. Especially if it's a card draw spell. Ideally, we'd like to see the sacrifice a creature, draw 3. That would be absolutely insane with Narumeha. Ooh, seems like, based on that, I imagine they have the 4 damage to every creature spell. Deafening Clarion, that makes sense too. Yep, can't do anything about that. Our board's gone. Now we're hoping to draw a card draw spell for the Narumeha. We don't have one, but we have a Ral, which is actually very good too. Helps us scry and gives us an extra copy of a card draw spell if we end up hitting it, and Deliberate's perfect. We'll keep that right on top. We'll be able to scry 6, draw 3 next turn. So we're gonna minus the Ral. Deliberate. Deal 1 to them. We're gonna copy a spell. Deal another 1 to them. And we're going to scry 2 and draw a card before we cast Neru. I don't think we really want either of these. Now we're going to cast Naru. Let's just do another damage with Ral. I like Revitalize. We'll keep that. And we don't really like either of these, so we'll put both of those on the bottom. Draw. Alright, that's not the worst thing in the world. Play an Electrostatic Field. Gives us essentially another copy of Ral. Revitalize deals 2 damage to them. We gain 3 life and we draw a card. And Volcanic Fallout. I don't think we really need Volcanic Fallout. Next turn we can -2 Ral and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bummer, very close. Well, that's alright. Them gaining life is kind of annoying here. But such is life. Ooh, that's a good one to Volcanic Fallout. Yep, they gain life. And we can kill this 2 times over, which is quite nice. Treacherous Blessing, that's a pretty good one. We're going to scry before we do that. We can't copy Treacherous Blessing, unfortunately. That's a good one, but I don't think that's what we want. I'm going to start out with the Volcanic Fallout. Kill the League Guild Mage. And Treacherous Blessing. And this is not going to kill us, hopefully, like the first time, because now that we have Ral out, every time we cast an instant or sorcery spell, we're dealing damage to them as well. We take 1, they take 1. Ooh, Heartwarming Redemption. Let's see what they have left in their hand. Reverberation. The next time you cast... they've had enough, which is understandable. I think they were dead. I mean, we have Inescapable Blaze to deal 6, 7 to them, 8 to them, 9 to them, and then just finding 4 spells off of the cards in our hand wouldn't be very difficult. And that about wraps it up for the Omniscience stuff I've got for you. Let's take a look at the actual card list so I can show you what's going on. So, Paradoxical Outcome, Mythos, Naru Meha, Bonds of Insight. These are all very strong cards, and they have incredible combos with Salvager of Secrets, Shipwreck Dowser. These, I think, are the 2 most powerful cards in the entire cube. They just combo with so many things. So one of these 2 cards and a Herestrous Abomination win you the game. Draw infinite cards. Either of them with the Illusionist Stratagem, draw you infinite cards. Draws you infinite cards, gives you infinite creatures. This one lets you rebuy. You know, if you have both of those, then this goes infinite with just about anything. Same thing with the Seagon Scorn and the River's Rebuke. Both let you rebuy stuff. 1,000-Year Storm is fantastic. Same with Approach. Those are kind of the main win cons, and then a lot of these other cards are just kind of like filler. But yeah, very interesting little format here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day.